We're going to show you one such vehicle, the Humber Armoured Car. It is a fully equipped fighting unit carrying food, blankets and cooking utensils for the crew. It is protected by armour and armed with a hard-hitting machine gun. And the power from the engine can be transmitted to all four wheels for additional traction over bad ground. There's nothing complicated about it. The components are very much what you'd find in an ordinary truck. Only because of its specialized use, these components are arranged in rather a different way. We're looking at the front, where the driver sits. The fighting compartment is in the middle, and the engine is at the rear, which you are looking at now. You get at the engine through a hinged cover above it. On all four sides of this cover are vents through which the cooling air is drawn. This air is expelled through those steel slats, which you see protecting the radiator. The driver is protected by a window with a bulletproof visor in the center. Behind the visor is a bulletproof glass block. The visor is only additional protection. On the driver's right are two levers. The outer one engages the front axle when it is pulled back. The engine is now driving on all four wheels. The inner lever engages the low ratio gear in the transfer box. And now let's spirit away the driver, like that, so we can see the controls. On the steering column we find the hand throttle control and the carburetor mixture control for starting from cold. At the bottom of the steering column is the fuse box, and above it a bigger box containing the cutout and the battery voltage regulator. Those are spare fuses, and the live fuse is fixed here, between those two spring-loaded terminals. The rest of the fuses are housed in a box under the dashboard on the other side of the steering column. Behind the transfer box levers is the lever operating the engine jack cover. When this cover rises beyond a certain point, a window in the bulkhead separating the engine from the fighting compartment will spring open and give the driver a clear view out behind for reversing. There it is, open now. Now let's go round to the other side of the driver's compartment where we find a side window. There's one of these on each side, the gear lever beside the battery box, and the battery main switch. Here's a more general view of the driver's compartment. There's nothing in the arrangement of dashboard or controls which departs from normal motor vehicle practice. Behind and above the driver's compartment is the turret, which carries two smoke dischargers and a spotlight. Next comes the ventilating air intake, then a round revolver port. Now you can see the two wireless aerials for the two sets, A for communication with headquarters, B for communication within the troop. There's another revolver port, the used air vent, and the two Beezer machine guns, medium 7.92 and big 15 millimeter. Later models will have bigger guns. Now for the top. This is a Mark III vehicle and has two square head flaps which can be kept open except when attacked from the air or passing through towns and villages. The commander has a revolving periscope in front as well as a fixed periscope looking out to the rear. The fighting compartment of the hull is immediately under the turret. When the guns have been depressed, you will be able to see the traverse handle by which the gunner can rotate the turret. Notice how easily the turret swings round, traversing the two machine guns and bringing the wireless set into our view. There's the variometer just coming into sight now. This set is actually three sets in one. The A set for communication with headquarters, the B set for communication with the rest of the troop, whose aerials you have already seen, and intercom for communication between members of the crew of this car. That gives you some idea of the hull and its essential equipment.